school to school, and it will show the president's speech on September 8th. Teachers may read a short dialogue after the speech that they direct to help children understand and kind of get to remember all the President Palmer's concerns, but that the Department of Education materials not be used.
Well, you know what, I really don't want to address those materials yet, because we don't know what we might want to do in the future. All I'm concerned about right now is the speech, and that's what I have before me, and I haven't even looked at the materials to even make a suggestion about whether they should be used or not. So I would rather leave that part out and include the opt-out. Did you put that?
Right, I got the opt-out.
Okay. No, that's it.
Is there a second to that motion? Motion dies for lack of second. Somebody else with a suggestion?
Well, let's see, we're over 3. You want to try one back?
I have one.
Go ahead.
You
Go ahead.
Okay. My, there
You can see the discourse.
I mean, actually, this is good, because there's a lot of emotion up here, but we're working through it. Actually, my motion would be that the president's address be recorded and shown to children in classes as they are appropriate. And the exact time the speech will be shown is up to the discretion of the principal and the teacher, not necessarily that it be shown on September 8th. Because I don't think that that needs to be a limitation, and that parents are able to opt their children out of listening to the speech whenever time it is shown.
Second.
Is there any discussion about that? Is that clear?
That's clear. Should you just
So basically, it's like, when I worked at Cox Communications, working as their education coordinator, the idea with television and live media, one you can call it live, but recorded media, was that you record, you have it available, and you use it in class as appropriate for discussion. And I'm suggesting that that's what we've done. So we've got an opportunity to have a live address by our President of the United States. We're going to record it, and then each teacher appropriate it for their children and have what, discussion around it that's appropriate for the age and subject matter. So the band teacher is not being relied upon to either speak about it or not speak about it. Because maybe there's a,
Children who don't see the speech.
That's
That
what I'm hearing.
that is true. And
I can go on with that.
Okay.
let me ask a hypothetical. Let's take a 7th grader, and who would have, I don't know, 5 teachers, 5, 6. Which teacher would show that because they passed through? I understand elementary, but how would it work in a middle school?
This is the beauty of our PLC system, because the teams then and the schools, with the help of the principals, would decide at what point in time that is going to be shown.
And do our PLC teams, as fantastic as they are, have time to figure this out between now and tomorrow at 9 a.m.?
But that's what that is actually what I'm saying, is that it doesn't need to be shown on September 8th. The thing is, there could be a point in the curriculum 2 weeks from now where this would fit exactly into whatever other discussion that the teacher is already having.
What about the last day of school? That's what we're going for, because this is for this year.
But you know what, Emma,
Yes.
in my mind, this should be a topic and a discussion that is valuable any day
I
of
agree.
any year.
Continuously.
Okay.
Well, let's start now.
Oh, that's
No,
not.
let's not
Just
wait.
To raise a logistical issue, we do have parents who have expressed strong opinions on both sides of this issue. And for us not to tell a family that this is when we will be showing the video leaves that family hanging.
Oh, but you will
But
be
they
telling
might see
them.
it tomorrow, because there could be a teacher at 9 o'clock in the
Not
morning.
No,
according,
not according to the
the
motion.
motions. The motion says that it will be recorded.
And shown in class as appropriate, so at 9:05,
All right,
the
so I'll
teacher
amend the motion.
could show the recording. So you have to either say that we're not gonna show it on the 8th, because you've got families hanging in the balance here, and they want their child either to very much see it or to very much not see it. And from a logistical point of view, I think it's difficult to leave it so loose that it can be shown anytime in the next month. I do agree that there are points in the school year where a speech about working hard and accepting responsibility and doing your homework and no excuses and overcome your obstacles and et cetera, are very good. And as a school principal, I gave that speech to students multiple times throughout the year via our televised public address system. And we, as a school district, approve of various assemblies to come into our schools to motivate students to do well throughout the year. So I think it's a good idea to capture the video, and perhaps as appropriate, if a teacher is embarking on a difficult section in an algebra class, maybe to reiterate, hey guys, remember, this is gonna be hard, you gotta persevere through this, you can't get discouraged, we gotta work hard. Kind of, let's not let the quadratic formula kill us, we're gonna win down the road. So I agree that there are times when this will be very appropriate, but I also just wanna caution the board that this is a very much time-sensitive issue. And there are families on all sides of this who want a decision. And we don't have the capacity to show it at 9 o'clock tomorrow throughout the district. Many of our schools have cable TV and can show it at that time. Other schools don't, and our network is not, we don't have the bandwidth for 15,000 students to see it all at once. So we are planning on.
Next question is, does every classroom have a laptop that can get wireless or hardwired into the internet?
Yeah, every classroom has the ability to.
So couldn't every classroom see it at 9 AM by?
No, but the bandwidth crashing over here.
So we can't have all those classrooms
No.
going online at the same time?
Because the way the internet works is you don't have everyone using it all at the same time. It's very
You
selective.
should talk to Jay and get a bandwidth.
Well, you can get 10% of the clients using it at any given moment. But if you're gonna lock it up for 18 minutes with every user using it, it's gonna
It'll
crash.
crash, huh? Yeah.
Okay,
So the plan prior to this meeting was to allow schools, who could show it at 9 o'clock if they so chose, to show it at 9 o'clock. Many of the middle schools were gonna use it as their morning announcements, and middle schools start for us right about 9 o'clock. Other schools were gonna capture it, we were gonna then push it out to the website, at the various schools, and then teachers would grab it throughout the day as it worked into their schedules.
Under that model, I'm not complaining about this, I'm trying to understand, couldn't a student see it 3 times in middle school? Because the math teacher wanted to show it, social studies wanted to show it, English wanted to show it.
Well, the middle schools were gonna show it at 9 o'clock, and then it could maybe show up again if another teacher wanted to reinforce something.
Okay, so the middle schools
The
would
middle
have
schools
that.
were kinda locked up at 9 AM.
And then at the K through 5,
They were gonna show it as it worked into their schedules.
so each teacher would make that decision
Correct.
when in the school day.
Right, but if we, record it and it's going to be shown sometime, one of the things that I'm doing this afternoon after we're done here is phone calling, using our system to talk to every parent, let them know what the decision is, so if they wanna opt out, they can. We did send a letter home on Friday, just as a safety valve, that we were planning on showing, if you wanna opt out, let us know, just in case the decision went that way, so we didn't have a lack of communication going out. We can certainly, and I recognize the board's ultimate authority here, do anything the board wants us to do. Logistically, and for our parents, I think having a kind of, we're gonna show it on Tuesday sometime, and then it may show up again later on.
That's not what your motion
No,
was.
I don't,
No, I'm
and
saying-
actually,
Okay,
I
well, can you
think,
repeat the motion so I understand it?
but actually, Brian, I'm not sure that it would be that difficult, because if a parent doesn't want their child to see it, they opt out now.
But they may not send their child to school tomorrow, and then
That's
we're not
fine.
showing it tomorrow, if I'm not gonna send it to school Wednesday, oh, no, it's Thursday.
No, well, but
We're
they're
taking
opting
that
out, the
away.
point is, it's not gonna be shown in mass to all children, it's gonna be shown in classes as appropriate. Parents can send their opt-out notice tomorrow, they can send their kids to school, and whether it's shown Wednesday or a month from now, the kid is already opted out. So there's, and I'm sorry, it may be a little bit of a logistic kind of thing, and then teachers are gonna have to kinda keep track of it.
I understand no one second my motion, but I'm really surprised by that, because I haven't heard anybody tell me why they don't want the president's speech to be heard at the same time. Every time I ask the question, all I get is curriculum, which it's not on the table.
I told you why.
And I give you,
I'm
I
sorry.
told you why,
What you
because
said?
because,
This goes over the kid's head?
yeah, and I think you're talking about wasting a lot of time for young
18
children.
minutes is not a lot of time.
Well, I tell you
But,
what,
little thing word that says, but kids understand you can do it. I did it, I know it's hard. Kids understand those words. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. And anybody else want to say why they don't want the president's speech to be shown?
I wanted the speech to be shown. I was just trying to give the maximum amount of flexibility to the teacher because arguably,
Apparently he's doing it. You just heard his plan.
well, yeah, but Brian's plan is in motion.
My
No,
comment-
about the logistics. See, that's the first time I heard that. You couldn't do it all at once.
Right.
You had the middle school set to go. That plan is what I'm talking about.
Right.
You just told us
But
about that.
that's an odd plan.
Yeah, I had, before I wrote this, before I wrote this, I had called Brian and I said, explain logistics to me. So this was written knowing that we could only have 5 schools, middle schools in Rolando could go live, and then all the other ones would have to be online. And they couldn't all go online at 9, but they could go online whenever that teacher thought was appropriate.
Okay, but the ones, yours is, the ones that could go online would go online.
Yes, assuming that there wasn't,
I can support that.
Point of order.
okay.
Okay, that's not part of the motion.
The motion, the
Okay.
motion is out right now.
We're having a
Okay.
discussion on the motion.
Yes, so,
Let me reread the motion and correct me as I may hear it. President's address will be recorded and shown in classes as appropriate, not necessarily on September 8th. Parents will be given the opportunity to opt their children out and you will let them know.
So if I may ask a
Okay,
question,
so-
that means at 9 a.m. tomorrow, no one will see it live.
That's correct.
true, and actually, I may change my motion that says that it will not be shown tomorrow at all. The earliest it will be shown
Why
will
don't you
be
do that?
September 9th.
There's a second on it, so it's more change.
Who seconded?
I second,
Second.
I would second the change that will not be shown tomorrow.
Tomorrow or
As in-
tomorrow night?
Tomorrow as in.
No, tomorrow.
As in, at 9 a.m., it won't be shown, it's going to be recorded.
We'll record the video tomorrow to be shown Wednesday or after as appropriate in the classroom.
Yeah, and I mean, I really think that gives teachers an opportunity to look at it, understand what it means, and deliver something appropriate to their
It also
kids.
gives opportunity for parents to see it with their children that evening.
Right.
Because it'll be online.
Do
Exactly.
you want us to put it on the website?
I think it's
that's fine.
necessary, so I agree
I think
with you.
that, yeah, I'm okay with that.
You want to put the president's address on the website?
Yeah, I don't have
I don't have a problem with it.
The text of this address can be viewed on the website and shared with parents at home as they so choose.
The White House has its own website, they
Sure
don't
does.
need to be doing their work for it.
White
Well, we can put a link, you
Yes.
know, it's like, but I mean, you put a
It-
link to the president's address, and it takes them to the White House website.
I
What's-
suppose you could go looking.
Not everybody in the world understands to
How
go
to
to
get
the
there,
White,
right.
you know, some people go to whitehouse.com, which is.
There's this sort of theory that once you put something on your website, you're endorsing it, and that's yours. And when you don't, when you put that speech on there, many people would consider that to be endorsing the speech.
Call for the question.
Has the motion been modified and it's on the website?
No,
Casey,
I don't think so. No.
Before we go on.
All right.
So, you want me to read the
Yep.
motion? The president's address will be recorded, not shown on September 8th, and then shown in classes as appropriate. Parents will have the opportunity to opt their children.